Louder, man.
La 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 la. Some
Yeah.
we gotta really hit that music up, man. I don't even know if the or will we get sued if we get if will they chop it out if we use it?
I mean, I think we can maybe use like what's the rule, like 8 seconds or something? I can't remember what it
We
was.
should
But
we
maybe
just
there's
get
a
a little
little,
chop of it, for
we,
loop it twice.
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna holler at Mike Stone, man. I'm gonna be like, yo, like just give us a little 1-2 little mix that we can just play in the intro, and yo, we're good to go, man. So
Oh, that would be
I'm
fun.
gonna holler at him and make that happen, man. But yo,
As you
Reminisce
know,
Show, man, every
Reminisce
Tuesday, man. This
every
is what we
Tuesday.
do.
Yes.
Carry the traditions of Sankofa, man, because it's not taboo to collect what we may have forgotten. And hip hop culture, man, this is our foundations. This is the reasons why we do everything we do. And it's our duty to preserve the culture, man. So while we stay tuned with new and upcoming events, man, we always bring it back a little bit. You know what I mean? And
Right.
and I know we got quite a bit of stuff in the archives, man. So that's what's up, man.
It's
But
a good
on
day.
that note, how are you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty good, getting things done. Getting ready for the winter. Like it snowed. It's kind of like, damn, all right, it's real.
Yep.
The season. But it's also it's kind of a good reminder that transition is good, and like some winters it doesn't snow so early, and I'm like, yo, like if it, with the that's just global warming, climate change too much. So it's like it's nice to get those.
Yeah.
But anyways,
No,
there's lots of ill stuff going on. But yeah. I'm staying warm. I'm good, man. You good?
Man, I'm feeling blessed, highly favored, man. Like, yo, it's exactly what it is. Yeah, like I embrace the winter, you know what I mean? So when winter comes up, man, I'm skating. I was out on the ice the other day, feeling blessed, man. And I was out earlier actually, and I'll probably go back again later on tonight. It's just my way
You're
of
already skating?
Oh man, I've been skating since like Saturday, yo. Like every day.
Holy shit!
This is what I do. I'm telling yo, man, you got to bring some skates. Come through, man. Pull up, yo. I'm telling everybody.
Yeah. Make sure I don't bust up my ankles.
Man, you'll be fine, man. It's like a dance, man. You know what I mean? You gotta treat the ice like a lady, man. It's smooth with it. So
the science, yo.
It's a science. It really is, though. But honestly, it's a way to get through the winter, and keeps me like active. So I'm not because I'm indoors a lot. Like everything I do is like virtual, and I'm attached to computers. So to get out and do stuff is great. And yeah, man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm excited actually. Tomorrow is Mustafa's homecoming concert. I saw some footage of him doing some stuff in Regent Park earlier, which is great because that's his hometown community and just doing stuff for the youths. And I'm glad that he's safe and representing. I won't be at the concert tomorrow. I decided to give my tickets to like some young people who I thought would just benefit from that experience. And I know that you're going to be there anyway, so you'll be able to like, capture all that essence and do some like amazing reviews and what have you. So I'll look out for that though. But
I'll bring back a report.
Absolutely, but these young people are excited, and these are some youth who are doing amazing stuff like within our groups, and I thought this was like a nice way to like show acknowledgments and appreciation. So yeah, I heard the show sold out, man. So big up to Mustafa, man. Big up Che. Big up Manifesto. Big up Rap Season. Everybody's doing a thing, and for plugging us in, man, giving us some tickets, man, because I realized that not everybody was fortunate enough to get like the plug like that. So big up to everyone who considered us, man. That's what's up.
That's too cool. That's peace and that's love. And big up to Mustafa and Manifesto crew. People just ups and downs, carrying on the traditions of the culture and just teaching the people. That's really what it's all about. So it's nice. It's going to be nice to gather again. Massey Hall just opened up it's been closed for like 3 years. So
that's beautiful.
Gonna peep the new renovations and peace to Massey Hall for letting in some Black poets and some hip hop culture. And because that's an old school space, and I know back in the days it probably wouldn't be such a situation, but it's been around for like hundreds of years. So
what's interesting is like I remember seeing J. Cole perform at Massey Hall. Actually,
J. Cole
performed at Massey Hall, which was pretty interesting. I seen and Lauryn Hill. I saw Lauryn Hill perform there too as well. So there has been a few hip hop acts,
Oh yeah, I mean, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen Lauren. I've seen Erykah Badu there. I saw Jill Scott there. I saw Dave Chappelle there. Actually, my Dave Chappelle story there is one of the craziest stories of my entire life. But I definitely, over time, there's definitely been black artists. But I'm just saying, like, Massey Hall has been around for like 200 years. So, but like, anyways, it's good that I'm just saying it's good to have concerts kind of sort of coming back. And because concert culture got a major, massive hit in the whole circumstances, what that was.
Indeed, man. But like before we get into some news and stuff, like I just wanted to play like a quick, throwback video clip, man, of Ian Kamau, who we've had featured on our show before. Did a beautiful interview. Y'all can check out the archives on that. But this video is called The Village, and what I like about it, it really speaks to like the hip hop social work community of Toronto, and how it's really one and the same, because we're all like looking out for each other, caring about each other, and really highlighting our diversity and how the community really shows up. And oftentimes, like, Toronto doesn't really get that kind of credit. I know there's been a lot of like shifts in hip hop, the vibration these days, though. But again, this is why it's important to carry the traditions of Sankofa, to go back and collect what we may have forgotten, and to remember like where we come from and the beautiful community that we have, and how it's important to cherish it and honor it, man. So I just want to play a quick, I'm not gonna play the whole video. Y'all can check it out on YouTube, man. Ian Kamau, The Village. But I'm gonna play a little splash here, man. Let's get into it.
I was raised in the village, though we were scattered like seeds. Recreated the village, where we planted our feet. Now we reach to the heavens, like the branches of trees. I'm a child of the village, so it lives in me. Torn from our home, born in a new world, we're more than alone. And the more that we change, more we stay the same. Sat and prayed at the place where the slave ships came. Walked on the beach, let my feet in the sand. We're divided and conquered and need in the hand. And believing in man, it's a tough bridge to cross, but nothing's gained if there ain't no loss. At what cost? I was raised in the village, though we were scattered like seeds.
Yes.
Where we planted our feet. Now we reach to the heavens.
Rose.
Like the branches of trees. I'm a child of the village, so it lives in me. And the change is gonna come. We're patiently waited. The day is still young. Our nature's like strangers.
Just a little something, just a vibe, man. Y'all gotta support that, man, and check that out.
Yes. Yeah, Colleen, you're right. We have seen some amazing shows, and we definitely going to get into some history about that in 2022. But peace to righteous, peace. Yo, I gotta get you that review real soon. I just remembered. I'm finally settled it. But yo, definitely. I mean, sometimes I just think about the venues, and in the venue, just think of that venue alone and the history of how many people have gone there. Like, shout out to the Warehouse. Is the one that used to be right by you?
Cool House government. Yeah,
government and Warehouse.
Now, man, that's all like that. That's actually that's where Manifesto is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So Manifesto is like built on top of like the government and Cool House.
Government. Yeah. That is one of the most legendary venues, and it's just not there anymore. And some people who don't know how much history happened there, just years and years and years, countless stories.
Woo. So many stories, man. Like, brings back I have like a lot of memories being in those venues on so many different occasions, and so many concerts. I've seen like Pharrell there. I've seen like the Roots, like Wu-Tang. I saw CeeLo Green as Gnarls Barkley there.
Gnarls Barkley. I saw a Tribe Called Quest there twice. I saw Kanye there. And he was given a Rockefeller chain at the government. Yeah, like so
Stop
many.
This.
Yeah, yo. Like,
so hold on. So that moment, in the Through the Wire like video, because it shows that he's like, I'm the newest member of the Rockefeller team. Like, that was in Toronto.
I don't know if that one was in Toronto, but I'm just saying, I was standing there and I was side stage and he was given a Rockefeller chain. That's how early in like his career that had happened.
That's interesting.
Oh man, there's just
freeway,
just countless.
I mean, see, this is what I'm talking about, and this is why it's so important to like reminisce and how like Toronto is like always in the mix somehow. Like we may not get the credit, we may not get recognized for it, but Toronto is very like pivotal for like a lot of like things. It's really really interesting.
So pivotal. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was at a Talib Kweli show, if I remember better now. Talib. It might have been a Black Star show specifically, but I know for sure Talib Kweli was there. And then Kanye came out, and then he was given a Rockefeller chain, and I'm just like, yo, man, it was a massive story. It was like year one college dropout era Kanye, and I'm like, like that story doesn't get told very often, but it was crazy.
Well, hey, the fact that you were there to witness that, that's what's up, man. So, yo, man, Toronto, man, this is it's like ground zero for a lot of things, man. Like people get their feet wet out here, so.
No doubt.
That's what's up, man.
No doubt. So yeah, back to the modern times. Actually, quickly, right before the show started, I saw a little info on Kanye that I just thought was worth mentioning. Apparently, Kanye on Thanksgiving just last weekend, he gave out 1,000 meals in Los Angeles.
Okay, that's what's up.
And apparently beyond that, one of his projects that he's trying to start soon is really trying to solve homelessness in Los Angeles. If anybody done any research, if you just type up Skid Row, LA in YouTube, you'll see some scary ass shit. Literally, like 20 blocks straight of homelessness. And it's a massive situation. So just the fact that Kanye is putting some effort into that, I'm just like, that's peace. So, apparently he was going to do some of that Sunday school church stuff, and keeps it like sincerely.
What I'm curious to know, like, what's your thoughts on like the Sunday service?
It's getting a little cultish, and like there. I mean, on one hand, it's good. There's no cameras, but on another hand, it's kind of like the whole when you're not allowed. It's like very controlling when people aren't allowed to talk or record, and they're all wearing one clothes. Like it gets a little. I hear it's kind of manipulative, and he really is kind of like cult leaderish about it a bit. But like at the same time, there's some singing and vibing, and that's always a good thing. So so far it looks a little sketchy, to be honest, but like that's still
just curious. I mean that's what I figured, but I mean, hey, everybody doing their thing. So
exactly. And I mean, there's worse things going on in hip hop. I mean, I don't want to justify it like that, but whatever. Like he's trying to do something, whatever.
Man.
Yeah. But anyways,
what else you got, bro?
There's a little something for the homie. I just got to do the share screen thing. Sorry, my share screen button is right. It's over here.
Can't find it. Gotta click the right buttons, yo.
Yeah, I did. Sorry, my camera's right in front of it, so share screen.
We're gonna have to get you one of those like extra monitors, man, so you can be like me with like 3 screens around, like that mothership going on, yo.
I exactly got to figure out how to plug that in, but I got the monitors. Here we go. So piece of the homie.
What you got here?
Our brother Earl Darkman X Simmons.
Oh, let's go.
Hey! I miss you guys, man. When I first came in, I was just thinking about this day. Like, the day when I walk out. How you feel right now, bro? I'm nervous. It's the first show on the tour. It was delayed a year because, what happened was...
He didn't make it like a problem. If it wasn't for this, man, that's probably lost my mind.
He ain't never shy away from the truth. He human.
He's like us.
He's been the same dude his whole life. And that's why it's hard for him to change, because he is the same dude. I wasn't eating 3 meals a day. I didn't have clothes freely given to me. But I came here to give a message. The gospel according to Acts.
You know what you got?
Got it.
You're getting roughly half the money
Okay.
on signing.
Can you take the microphone out, please?
If we know we going to these different cities, I don't know why it's not already taken care of. All these people stealing, big ass judgments and shit, man.
No, I'm not here to sign anywhere.
Can I get this? Can I get this? Can I get this?
You just don't want to disconnect from everybody because you're stressing about a lot of different things.
Do you really love me? Or you just want to get something from me? My goal is to be an inspiration to someone that I don't know.
I'm talking to you from a person who grew up right where you grew up at. I stole a car from right there.
You gotta give me that pain in the words.
You might not know or think that you're special to God because you've been through difficult situations. But I'm here to tell you, that's why you're special to God.
Whew.
Yes, sir.
Yo, honestly, like watching that was just getting me like emotional, man. Like if DMX was hosting Sunday service, I'd be there.
Yo, that's DMX
Like,
so real about it. He doesn't do it he does it from his heart for real, from his heart.
Man, like just everything about like the resilience and how his message and his energy still like flourishes to this day, man. Like it's really felt like he definitely came through and did and accomplished more than what he was supposed to. Like, you know, and I hope that his spirit can like rest knowing that. Like the message was received. You know, the message was received.
Absolutely, man. Like like he just showed that guy, the street sweeper guy, who was just like, "Yo, man, DMX changed my life." Like so many people who are blessed to just talk to him, meet him. Oh my goodness, his energy it's just so pure, just pure light. And
pure light, man, pure light.
You know, just so human, just shining, even though it's just not perfect. You know. And I think that makes it just even better.
That's what makes it like extra powerful, right? Because he's not in no shiny suit and having a certain perspective on things. It's like, yo, like he's gone through the struggle, still going through the struggle, but has this like energy of hope and still infusing that in people that he comes across, you know. So it's incredible, man. So big up DMX. I'm looking forward to see that. I might even watch it later on tonight, man, and just, you know, get in that zone, man, because we definitely got to celebrate you know, our you know, fathers of hip hop, you know, who like nurtured us and raised us. I mean, I grew up listening to DMX, you know, and you know, I still listen to DMX, yo. So that's what's up, man. That's respect for that, man. Check that out, man.
Yeah. Actually, last thing is that DMX got nominated for Grammy.
Okay.
With that song with Bath Salts, Jay-Z and Nas.
Gotcha.
And
that's what's up, man. Okay, that's what's up, man.
That's like, that's pretty much like the best news, except for one other thing.
What you got?
Well, the other dope you want to so we'll do good news, and then the rest of what I got ain't so hot. But
all right, let's go. Okay,
the good stuff is homegirl Rihanna.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up, man.
Yeah,
homegirl Rihanna, man.
Queen Rihanna. National Barbados representative.
I need to speak on this, like, you know, first of all, like big up to Barbados and everything that they're doing right now, like separating from England and cutting those ties from like the Queen. That's extremely important. We got these colonial ties, man, that have like shackled us, you know, like mentally, spiritually, and so many different ways, man. Like it's really important for us to create that autonomy. And I say that as a Jamaican, you know, like I'm not saying that this is like a Caribbean thing, that we're all, you know, coming from the same place anyways. And so big up to them on that. But then also to acknowledge Riri as a national hero, you know. I think that's a very brilliant move. I mean, she has always represented Barbados, always goes back, like, I'm sure a lot of people know about Barbados because of Riri, and for them to like really establish her in that, like that makes a lot of sense. I say that in contrast to like what Jamaica, you know, in my opinion, I really feel they dropped the ball on when they still to this day have not made Bob Marley a national hero of Jamaica, which does not make any sense to me. When we're talking about travel, when we're talking about, the message of Jamaica, of Rasta, of reggae,
of one love, one aim, one people, one destiny. Bob Marley is one of the most positive individuals in media culture, and just human beings in world history in the last 100 years. Of course, nobody's perfect, whatever. And like Bob Marley wasn't, so Jamaica might be like, oh, well, he was a Rasta and he smoked or whatever. But like, he's one of the most influential musicians on the planet with one of the most popular songs and CDs in the last 100 years. So not a lot of countries have a person like Bob Marley to their name. So Jamaica really does. It's a little too conservative to not respect him.
100%.
And I just so much salutation. I saw like the president of Barbados walk up to Rihanna and was like, "Continue shining like a diamond. Thank you for representing our country." I was like, "What? You quote her song like bum 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 like?" And she's like in a stadium in front of it's just like a formal. It's like, come on,
she's royalty now. Like, she's royalty. You know what I mean? Like, we come to Barbados, it's like, like everybody just lets her do her thing. That's her island now.
Funny thing is, right before the show came on, dog, there's one drop of news that apparently came out. Apparently Rihanna's pregnant with A$AP Rocky's baby, dog.
Oh snap!
Like literally 5 minutes before the show came on. That's
hey man, congratulations, man. I love that. I really like them as a couple. Their energy, they're kind of low key. They're not like all up in the mix, which I like. You know what I'm saying? And hey, shout out A$AP Rocky, man. I've given him like a Stolen from Africa shirt. He's given us a Stolen from Africa shout out. You know what I mean? I try to find that somewhere, but anyways,
that's amazing.
You know what I mean? So it's just cool to see all of that. That's peace, man. Big up, man. I love that, man. That's a nice power couple right there, man. And they're doing it right, man. They got that swag, man. That energy, like it's cool. I like it. Like
that's, man, is hit something beyond winning the jackpot. It's not even.
He's good, man. Just
like you, the rest of your universal life is just, you are so
the culture, man.
Cross paths and make love to a woman like Rihanna. Like, wow. What a lucky man. Don't mess it up, bro. No, mess it up.
Like, I can't help but to think, like, what if like Drake like secured that? You know what I mean? He was there. You know, I mean, like, I really thought that was going to be it. Like, I really did. I really thought.
While I was scrolling through the information, of course, like a quarter of the replies were like Drake crying in response to, like, when he found out the news of A$AP Rocky, and it's like, man, that's just cold, harsh, so harsh. And it's just like, some things are not meant to be. So it's just, I mean, but like, Drake, his son and his wife or his lady are wonderful people in their own right. So
indeed, man. That's some blessed hip hop news. But you're saying that there's some news that isn't so great. I mean, that sounds pretty dope.
Yeah, I mean, well, if we're gonna play like 6 Degrees of Separation, I'd be like, they got together, but there was a breakup between Common and Tiffany Haddish, and I bring that up primarily because like of what we were talking about with the Jaguar Wright stuff last year, and I felt that Common was using the relationship with Tiffany Haddish to a degree to kind of deflect from the situation, and not really. I mean, it took him 4 months to even respond to Jaguar in the first place, and then when he came out, he's like, "Well, I'm in this relationship, kind of, sort of. I don't really have much to say," which I found very irresponsible, and it had very little integrity to what so many people were saying and what was out there. But so, I mean, I don't know if Drake was with Tiffany Haddish, but I'm just saying, like, Drake was with a bunch, like J-Lo, Serena Williams.
He has a long list.
He has a long list, yeah. Of just like people. It's like, wow. Well, what if he settled down with them? What if he settled down with them?
Yeah.
Well, not even settled down, but hey, man, like the universe is what it is, and
it is. It goes where it goes.
Yeah. Peace to a little Adonis. Peace to Sophie Brasso, and peace to Drake, and peace to everybody. Whether you're breaking up or going through it, getting together, life is life. But it all comes down to the shittiest piece of news, which also connects to Drake in a very weird
man.
way. Not in a it doesn't like Drake is not responsible, but just ironically, Drake made a song with the person I'm about to talk about next. So Trey Songz.
Right.
Trey Songz has been arrested again for domestic abuse in Las Vegas.
Oh.
So it's like, yo, man. And some people were like, yo, like if anybody didn't believe the first time he was arrested, or that I think it was Normani, one of the R&B singers was like, yo, man, this guy's abusive, and like it's not cool, and like so it just happened again, and it's like it's really not cool. So
yeah, this kind of I just got a flashback of, remember like years ago, this clip of like Trey Songz, and this when I noticed, I was like, yo, this guy has like some like anger or something going on or something like that, because like he was performing, and I think like someone like threw like a towel or something on stage, like it wasn't nothing like that was going to cause like harm or injury or whatever, but something, and he just looked on stage, he's like, oh, point him out, and then they point out whoever it was, and he took off his chain and like dove into it, like just jumped into the crowd and was just like on the guy or whatever, and I was just like, whoa, I was like,
what?
That's kind of deep.
Wow.
Like this was like years ago. This is like many years when he was like popping, when he was like kind of that guy.
Was that here?
No, I don't think it was here. No, like it was somewhere like online. This was like way back. This is probably a good like, I don't know, like 7 years ago or something, like maybe even longer. But yeah, like it just kind of remind me of that. And I was just like, whoa. Or like that time when like Akon did that to a fan too. Like the fan did something, he like launched him and like, picked him up and threw him in the crowd. I was like, yo, like I just never understood it when artists are in that element where they get like that. Like I just don't understand that. Like it's but hey, like as the saying goes, when people show you who they are, just believe them. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta believe them.
That's who they are. That's who they are, right? So
that's so real. Yo, so
what you got, man? What you got in the archives? Let's go, yo. Word Up magazine, man. Yo. Word magazine, like, yo, the importance, the original social media, and we were talking about the importance of these like publications, before we had the blogs, before we had the Instagram accounts with daily, hourly feeds of information being thrown at us.
Yeah,
these publications would come out, every month, sometimes weekly, bi-monthly or whatnot, and it really brought present to the whole concept of like journalism with like integrity, right? Because if you're putting on a publication only once a month, you're going to be like really intentional with the content that you're putting out. Yep. You can't just like delete it and then like be like, oh, we made a mistake and here's the new article. It's like, no, when you put it out, it's out. So
you gotta print this, you print this up, you gotta get it right. You're talking about stuff, you gotta get it right. You can't erase this. This is just, you get it one time. So
shout out Chaos, shout out Shaw Claire.
Yeah, back cover. Shout out to Shaw Claire. Memoirs of Blake Savage. Look at it, guys. Corrupt, Socrates, Cardinal Official, Solitaire, Julie Back. Bishop's
on there.
Bishop Brigante. That was when Bishop joined the Circle Crew for a moment. That was an interesting moment in Canadian hip hop history.
Really? I did not.
Yeah. Bishop officially joined the Circle Crew for a moment. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Right at the beginning of Shaw Claire's second album. Actually, when this album happened. And it kind of, the debut of it is the first video. Was it Let's Ride? Yeah, Let's Ride.
Okay, yeah.
Bishop's at the end of the video. Remember in the cookout, he's like cooking food.
And, say word.
Yeah. He has this cameo in there, and it was kind of like the debut.
I'm gonna holler at the brother, man, Solitaire, man, to pull up and give us like, you know, some of these backstories of like the circle and whatnot, man. Yo, shout out the shout out the iPod, yo.
Yo, like, look at the time.
Shout out the iPod.
Yo,
what y'all know about the iPod, man?
What you know about the iPod? What you know about Aaliyah still being around? Yo, the wild thing. This is 2002, March 2002. So
that's literally like 20 years ago, man. Like coming up right now, man. That's crazy.
So here we go for what you're talking about, original social media. People, you know, the Colleen and Righteous know what's up with this, and they're alive to appreciate what we've come to nowadays. But some people might not understand when it was just this.
Yes, in the back of the magazines, they'll have like the quick photos from different events. Sometimes you know, you might even end up in one or two, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yo, that's what it is right there.
So
I love that, man. I can't really make out who's who though, but I see Cardinal, man, a throwback Cardinal. Was that Solitaire in there holding a Heineken or something?
And Saul Guy.
And Saul Guy. Yo, shout out Saul Guy, man. Yo, original West Coast Rascals, all of that, man. Big up, big up. Dilated Peoples. Yeah. Vince Carter, man. Come on now. Look at that, man. Before Instagram, before all the social medias, we had, you know, the one page. So instead of scrolling, we were turning pages.
And like, yo.
That was the original scrolling.
Once a month you get this. And, you
Indeed.
know, so it's so dope. Oh, concerts.
Yo, I see Righteous is bigging up Tricky, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's exactly what we're talking about. We have to get Tricky on here too, because he's like a historian.
Yes, you know? Yes. Actually, yeah, we were talking about that right here. It says photos by Isaiah Tricky. So
exactly. He's like a real old
big up Tricky. Yeah, the Tricky's the homie. Yo, so I was if nothing else, there's Chaos on the cover. Chaos, you know. Ups and downs. It's been good times and bad times with him in Canadian hip hop, but you know, he's made a lot of great songs. Musically undeniable. So here's him doing the here's in the debut of like the central piece of the article. But check out the advertisement.
Yes, Exit. Yo, I remember. Yo, I bought that album, yo, and I remember like I was so like proud of that. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, because at the time, like Chaos lived just down the street from me. And I would always see him in his green Land Rover, man, just driving around. So I was like, yo, like this guy is like on TV. He's got a real album out. I'm like, yo, I'm going to support this, man. So Exit album. And I believe like that was the album. Yeah. Like Kamau had like a guest. It was one of those like hidden track verses. Like one of those, like, you know, extended tracks or whatever, and he was on that. So big up, man, big up.
This is a great moment in Canadian hip hop history.
Yeah, that came out March 20. Yeah, 22. Yeah, I was still in high school.
Heaven only. Man. Yeah, man. Yo, for real, like. So, yeah, man. You know, we've come a long way. This is one other thing I want to show you what time it is. Boom.
Come on, Blade, yo. Blade 2.
This is like
original Vampire, man. Yo, I need to watch Blade again, man. Blade was fire, yo.
Yeah, so much fire. And like this would be once a month. People don't know, like
original social media, man. Before the Instagram, we had to go to the magazines and see the back. That's where you get the advertisements for movies, events that are coming up, parties, everything, man. You got plugged in. Being in right, yes,
all these events. Boom.
That's how we got tuned in. You know what was really good for that as well? Now Magazine was really good for being in tune with like events that are happening weekly and whatnot.
Absolutely,
they had a pretty cool section for that. So
absolutely, like that was one of the best things about it. Oh shit,
yeah, facts. What else you got, man?
Smith. So yeah, yo, that's basically.
Was that an old Flow ad for the radio?
Oh, of course, we got to talk about that for a second.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of problematic things that have been going down. I mean, like, yo,
But
You know what I'm saying?
There was a time where this was. I mean, it was a step forward in some ways, but it was also like a big step to the left and then step down for us to lose college radio. So like, Flow was.
It just kind of it kind of reminded me when like, because around that time, it's funny, like around like 2002 or so, like with me around the time when BET got bought out by Viacom, you know, and where things kind of like shifted, like, and right. So it's interesting, like when that happened, then Flow kind of happened as well. So, and you know what, there's definitely cultural impacts, most definitely, you know. So but we're going to have to spend some time, like, you know, I think that deserves like a section or a segment for us to really unpack the Flow era. So.
Yes, absolutely. But yo, original social media, shout out to Chaos and Choclair and everybody in it.
Yo.
Word Magazine, also Black-owned media. Word up to that. Yeah. That is very hard to find, and it was a time. 2002, Aaliyah was still alive. It was February. Yeah. It was wild.
20 years ago, man. That's coming up right now. Like we're coming into 2022. That's 20 years ago. So like, what were you doing 2002? Like, what are some like memories that come to mind when you think of 2002?
I was just making my first full solo album.
Was that the one, the cover where I think you're like in your bedroom, there's all these like records around, you have your dreads, like the...
That one. Yeah, absolutely. That's Fantasyland Before Time. Yeah, you nailed it. Yeah, that, because I dropped it in 2003. So that means I was living on Jarvis Street in my 1-bedroom bachelor. And life was... Life was different. Yeah. Well, do you remember 2000?
Yeah, for sure. 2002, was just starting like university, you know, I was at the University of Toronto, and, you know, just really like opened my eyes to like, you know, like sociology and colonialism. So like, that's when it was just like starting, you know, doing a lot more music, recording a lot. I believe like I met Misery around that time as well, hanging out with bands like Calculus and whatnot.
Yes.
Hanging out downtown, you know, doing what young folks do, going to you know, keg parties and hanging out at the Brunny. If y'all know about the Brunny,
Brunswick House.
Come on, man, you already know.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, we're enjoying that like frat life. You know, I was never a fraternity guy, but I definitely enjoyed their parties. So, you know, that's what was popping in 2002.
Yes, no doubt, yo. If there's one thing, I was just getting into concert culture in the city. I just started throwing a couple of my own shows. And one thing that I know is that around 2002, I'm pretty sure that we were still going to the Comfort Zone.
Oh, yeah.
Comfort
Zone was still popping.
Comfort Zone was still popping in 2002. And then we'd also be going to like the Elmo and
the Elmo combo. And then, then you have to mention like NASA. You know, the Reverb was still around.
Yeah. And there is a spot on Dundas. I don't know too many people know it, but it's called the Weave. Do you remember the Weave? It was down. It was mad down low. It was down these stairs, and it was an underground spot. So
that's what's up.
It was one of the crazy little spots. But yeah, that's a mad Toronto history memory run.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Righteous, who knows like Isaiah Tricky, man. We definitely just got to talk to him too. Like, yes.
Well, we got some people and we got to get Righteous on here too, man, because I know he just recently shot like a music video, has his new project out. And Righteous is like an encyclopedia too, man. He has like bare like knowledge and history, you know, to tap into, you know. So we definitely gotta have him pull up, you know, real soon. You know what I mean? But yo, that's what we do in a Reminisce Show, man. Preserving our culture, our history, you know, our foundations, man, the traditions of Sankofa, because it's not taboo to collect what we may have forgotten, man. So these are the foundations, these are the shoulders that we build upon, man. So that's what's up, man.
That's what's up. From Africa. So yes. And yes, actually a couple days ago, if I'll remember on the note of Africa, it was both, and Wakanda, it was both Chadwick Boseman's real birthday and Don Cheadle's birthday. So peace to those brothers. Those are some of my favorite people in the world.
True indeed, man.
Yo.
And then, and while we say that, man, we gotta, give a shout out to Virgil as well. Recently passed away. A brother, honestly, like I wasn't really too in tune with his works. I've definitely seen a bit here and there, but just hearing like the comments and how influential he was to like the fashion world and the things that he was able to do. Just a young black man revolutionizing the game, on high end fashion levels is very intriguing to me. So I'm gonna have to go back and do the Sankofa thing and check out the legacy that he's left for all of us. And it's just great that he's getting some honors and hearing about the fact that he was suffering from cancer, quietly, and this kind of leads to like a really interesting perspective of just like when it comes to like like black men and like mental health and just things that we're struggling with, like we kind of keep it like private, and that's not to say that it should be publicized or whatever, but it's just an interesting observation. Because when I think of like Chadwick, like these are people who are still working and still going as if nothing's happening, and then all of a sudden we just like boom, things happen. So I think it's important just to be a little delicate with each other, and because we never know what people are going through.
That's exactly the thing, though, that you nailed it right there. You really never know the hell inside another person, and that's it, man. I mean, I hear that he had a very rare form of cancer, Virgil. So I mean, not to justify it. I mean, 41 is incredibly short life, man, for any human being at any part of the planet. Like, may we all live to be 100 if possible. So like, peace to Virgil, who definitely made an impact on the planet while he was still here. But it would have been beautiful to see him live to be 82. But I apparently, not apparently, there is a link I just found that Virgil put out where he had all this really helpful information that he had gathered. So I'll try to link it to you online. Sorry I don't have it here, but if people want to check my Twitter page, Virgil apparently gathered all these really, really helpful resources for artists that he's just like, here's some free game. I care for y'all. This is inspiration, and this is what helped me. So I just saw it, and I know I have it, but I haven't been able to explore it yet. But I know that it exists, and people were like, "Yo, this is so wonderful of him." So
we need to tap into that, make knowledge accessible, man. Practical wisdom for tangible change is something I say all the time, and I'm so glad that when people have like wisdom and that can empower somebody, like share that. Like I don't understand why we got to have this like hoarder culture when it comes to empowerment, or it's like, well, I'll share, but it comes with a fee. It's like, nah, man, just let it flow. You know what I mean? You'll get your blessings. You know what I'm saying?
It'll come back to you, no doubt.
Indeed.
Yeah, but
man,
you nailed it all, man. And it's just good to build with you, fam. Always good to reminisce with you.
Already know, man. That's what we do every Tuesday, man, 7 p.m., man. Big up to everyone who came through, man. And we'll be back next week, man.
All right.
Sankofa, stolen from Africa. You already know what it is, yo. And we out like that.